Etana, Tablet 1. The great gods, the Igigi, designed a city. The Igigi laid its foundation. The Anunnaki designed the city of Kish. The Anunnaki laid its foundation. The Igigi made its brickwork firm. Lacuna. Let Lacuna be their shepherd, Lacuna. Let Etana be their builder, Lacuna, the staff of Lacuna. The great Anunnaki who decree destinies sat and conferred their counsel on the land. They were creating the four quarters of the world and establishing the form of it. The Igigi, Lacuna, decreed names for them all. They had not established a king over all the teeming people. At that time, the headband and crown had not been put together, and the lapis lazuli scepter had not been brandished. At the same time, the throne day had not been made. The Sebiti barred the gates against armies. The Lacuna barred them against other settled peoples. The Igigi would patrol the city Lacuna. Ishtar was looking for a shepherd, and searching high and low for a king. Inina was looking for a shepherd, and searching high and low for a king. Elil was looking for a throne day in Etana. The young man for whom Ishtar is looking so diligently, and searches endlessly, Lacuna. A king is hereby affirmed for the land, and in Kish it is established. He brought kingship, Lacuna. Lacuna. The gods of the lands, Lacuna. About 120 lines missing. Tablet 2. He named him Lacuna Man Lacuna. He built a fort, Lacuna. The throne day of Adad his god, Lacuna. In the shade of that throne day, a poplar sprouted, Lacuna. On its crown an eagle crouched, and a serpent lay at its base. Every day they would keep watch for their prey. The eagle made its voice heard and said to the serpent, "Come, let us be friends. Let us be comrades, you and I." The serpent made its voice heard and spoke to the eagle. "You are not fit for friendship in the sight of Shamash. You are wicked, and you have grieved in his heart. You have done unforgivable deeds, an abomination to the gods. But come, let us stand up and make a pledge. Let us swear an oath on the net of Shamash." In the presence of Shamash, the warrior, they swore an oath. Whoever oversteps the limit set by Shamash, Shamash shall deliver into the hands of the smiter for harm. Whoever oversteps the limit set by Shamash, may the mountain keep its pass far away from him. May the prowling weapon make straight for him. May the snares on which the oath to Shamash is sworn overturn him and ensnare him. When they had sworn the oath on the net of Shamash, they stood up and went up the mountain. Each day they kept watch for their prey. The eagle would catch a wild bull or wild ass, and the serpent would eat, then turn away so that its young could eat. The serpent would catch mountain goats or gazelles, and the eagle would eat, then turn away so that its young could eat. The eagle would catch wild boar and wild sheep, and the serpent would eat, then turn away so that its young could eat. The serpent would catch cattle from the plains and wild beasts from the countryside, and the eagle would eat, then turn away so that its young could eat. The young of the serpent had an abundance of food. The eagle's young grew large and flourished. When the eagle's young had grown large and flourished, the eagle plotted evil in its heart, and in its heart it plotted evil. It made up its mind to eat its friends' young ones. The eagle made its voice heard and spoke to its young. "I am going to eat the serpent's young ones. The serpent is sure to be angry, so I shall go up and abide in the sky. I shall come down from the treetop only to eat the fruit." A small fledgling, especially wise, addressed its words to the eagle, its father. "Father, don't eat. The net of Shamash will ensnare you. The snares on which the oath of Shamash is sworn will overturn and ensnare you. Remember, whoever oversteps the limit set by Shamash, Shamash shall deliver into the hands of the smiter for harm." It would not listen to them, and would not listen to the word of its sons. It went down and ate the serpent's young. In the evening, at the close of day, the serpent came and was carrying its load, laid the meat down at the entrance to its nest, stared, for its nest was not there. Morning came, but the eagle did not appear, for with its talons it had clawed at the ground, and its dust cloud covered the heavens on high. The serpent lay down and wept. Its tears flowed before Shamash. I trusted in you, Shamash the warrior, and I was helpful to the eagle who lives on the branches. Now the serpent's nest is grief-stricken. My own nest is not there, while its nest is safe. My young ones are scattered, and its young ones are safe. It came down and ate my young ones. You know the wrong which it has done me, Shamash. Truly, O Shamash, your net is as wide as earth. Your snare is as broad as the sky. The eagle should not escape from your net, as criminal as Anzu, who wronged his comrade. When he heard the serpent's plea, Shamash made his voice heard and spoke to the serpent. Go along the path, cross the mountain, where a wild bull, Lacuna, has been bound for you. Open up its innards, slit open its stomach, make a place to sit inside its stomach. All kinds of birds will come down from the sky and eat the flesh. The eagle, too, will come down with them. Since it will not be aware of danger to itself, it will search out the tenderest morsels, will comb the area, penetrate to the lining of the innards. When it enters the innards, you must seize it by the wing, cut its wings, feather, and pinion. Pluck it and throw it into a bottomless pit. Let it die there of hunger and thirst. At the command of the warrior Shamash, the serpent went. It crossed the mountain. The serpent came upon the wild bull, and opened up its innards and slit open its stomach, and made a place to sit inside its stomach. All kinds of birds came down from the sky and began to eat the flesh. But the eagle was aware of the danger to itself, and would not eat the flesh with the other birds. The eagle made its voice heard and spoke to its son. Come, and let us go down and let us eat the flesh of this wild bull. But the young fledgling was exceptionally wise, and said to the eagle its father, Don't go down, father. Perhaps the serpent is lying in wait inside this wild bull. The eagle reasoned thus to itself, If the birds felt any fear, how would they be eating the flesh so peacefully? It did not pay heed to them, did not listen to the words of its sons, came down and stood upon the wild bull. The eagle inspected the flesh, but kept scanning ahead of it and behind it. It inspected the flesh again, but kept scanning ahead of it and behind it. It kept going further in until it penetrated to the lining of the innards. As it went right in, the serpent seized it by the wing. You robbed my nest! You robbed my nest! The eagle made its voice heard and began to speak to the serpent. Spare me, and I shall give you, as one betrothed, a nudunu payment. The serpent made its voice heard and spoke to the eagle. If I were to free you, how would I answer Shamash the Most High? The punishment due to you would revert to me, the punishment that I now inflict on you. It cut its wings, pinion and feather, plucked it, and threw it into a pit to die of hunger and thirst. The eagle, Lacuna, every day it prayed repeatedly to Shamash. Am I to die in the pit? Who realizes that it is your punishment I bear? Save my life for me, the eagle, so that I may broadcast your fame for eternity. Shamash made his voice heard and spoke to the eagle. You are wicked, and you have grieved my heart. You did an unforgivable deed, an abomination to the gods. You are dying, and I shall not go near you. But a man, whom I am sending to you, is coming. Let him help you. Every day Etana prayed repeatedly to Shamash. O Shamash, you have enjoyed the best cuts of my sheep. Earth has drunk the blood of my lambs. I have honored the gods and respected the spirits of the dead. The dream interpreters have made full use of my incense. The gods have made full use of my lambs at the slaughter. O Lord, let the word go forth from your mouth and give me the plant of birth. Show me the plant of birth. Remove my shame and provide me with a son. Shamash made his voice heard and spoke to Etana. Go along the road, cross the mountain, find a pit and look carefully at what is inside it. An eagle is abandoned down there. It will show you the plant of birth. At the command of Shamash the warrior, Etana went, crossed the mountain, found the pit, and looked at what was inside it. An eagle was abandoned down there. The eagle raised itself up at once. Tablet 3. The eagle made its voice heard and spoke to Shamash. O Lord, Lacuna, the offspring of a bird, Lacuna. I am Lacuna. Whatever he says, Lacuna. Whatever I say, Lacuna. At the command of Shamash, Lacuna, the offspring of the bird, Lacuna, The eagle made its voice heard and spoke to Etana. Why have you come to me? Tell me. Etana made his voice heard and spoke to the eagle. Oh, my friend, give me the plant of birth. Show me the plant of birth. Remove my shame and provide me with a son. Leave Lacuna. When you get out, Lacuna. Then the eagle said to Etana, All alone I shall search the mountains. Let me bring the plant of birth to you. When Etana heard this, he covered the front of the pit with juniper, made for it, and threw down Lacuna, and kept Lacuna. Thus he kept the eagle alive in the pit. He began to teach it to fly again. For 1 month, then a second month, he kept the eagle alive in the pit, and began to teach it to fly again. For a 3rd month, then a 4th month, he kept the eagle alive in the pit, and began to teach it to fly again. Etana helped it for 7 months. In the 8th months, he helped it out of its pit. The eagle, now well fed, was as strong as a fierce lion. The eagle made its voice heard and spoke to Etana. My friend, we really are friends, you and I. Tell me what you wish from me, that I may give it to you. Etana made his voice heard and spoke to the eagle. Change my destiny, and disclose what is concealed. Gap of about 6 lines. Etana went and helped the eagle out. The eagle hunted around in the mountains, but the plant of birth was not to be found there. Come, my friend, let me carry you up to the sky. Let us meet with Ishtar, the mistress of birth. Beside Ishtar, the mistress of birth, let us Lacuna. Put your arms over my sides. Put your hands over the quills of my wings. He put his arms over its sides, put his hands over the quills of its wings. The eagle took him upwards for a mile. My friend, look at the country. How does it seem? The affairs of the country buzz like flies, and the wide sea is no bigger than a sheepfold. The eagle took him up a 2nd mile. My friend, look at the country. How does it seem? The country has turned into a garden, Lacuna, and the wide sea is no bigger than a bucket. He took him up a 3rd mile. My friend, look at the country. How does it seem? I am looking for the country, but I can't see it, and my eyes cannot even pick out the wide sea. My friend, I cannot go any further towards heaven. Retrace the way, and let me go back to the city. The eagle shrugged him off for 1 mile, then dropped down and retrieved him on his wings. The eagle shrugged him off for a 2nd mile, then dropped down and retrieved him on its wings. The eagle shrugged him off for a 3rd mile, then dropped down and received him on its wings. A meter from the ground, the eagle shrugged him off, then dropped down and retrieved him on its wings. Gap of uncertain length. They go back to Kish. Etana has a series of 3 dreams which encourage him to make a 2nd attempt to reach heaven. Etana said to the eagle, My friend, I saw a first dream. The city of Kish was sobbing. Within it, Lacuna. The people were in mourning. I sang a song of lamentation. O Kish, giver of life, Etana cannot give you an heir. O Kish, giver of life, Lacuna. Etana cannot give you an heir. Gap of uncertain length. His wife said to Etana, The god showed me a dream. Like Etana, my husband, I have had a dream. Like you, the god has shown me a dream. Etana was king of Kish for Lacuna years, and his ghost, Lacuna. Gap of uncertain length. Etana opened his mouth and spoke to the eagle. My friend, the god showed me another dream. We were going through the entrance of the gate of Anu, Elil, and Ea. We bowed down together, you and I. We were going through the entrance of the gate of Sin, Shamash, Adad, and Ishtar. We bowed down together, you and I. I saw a house with a window that was not sealed. I pushed it open and went inside. Sitting in there was a girl adorned with a crown, fair of face. A throne was set in place, and, Lacuna, beneath the throne crouched snarling lions. I came up, and the lions sprang at me. I woke up terrified. The eagle said to Etana, My friend, the significance of the dreams is quite clear. Come, let me carry you up to the heaven of Anu. Put your chest over my breast. Put your hands over the quills of my wings. Put your arms over my sides. He put his chest over its breast. He put his hands over its feathers. He put his arms over its sides. The eagle tied its load on securely, and took him up a mile, and spoke to him, to Etana. See, my friend, how the country seems. Inspect the sea. Look carefully for its features. The country is only the edge of a mountain, and whatever has become of the sea? The eagle took him up a second mile and spoke to Etana. See, my friend, how the country seems. Whatever has become of the country? The eagle took him up a third mile and spoke to Etana. See, my friend, how the country seems. The sea has turned into a gardener's ditch. When they came up to the heaven of Anu, they went through the gate of Anu, Elil, and Ea. The eagle and Etana bowed down together. They went through the gate of Sin, Shamash, Adad, and Ishtar. The eagle and Etana bowed down together. Lacuna. He pushed it open and went inside. The rest of the text is missing. According to the Sumerian king list, Etana was succeeded by his son Balih.